and I have to start with let me start my way from yesterday and work my way back, because I want you to get this. Sister Cardetta said this in her prayer. This thing is personal. When you said that in that prayer, I just heard that. This thing that we're doing here today is personal. Tell me your name. Tammy. The reason you are here today is for your personal touch. You hear me? I don't know where you came from, what part of town you came from, but you did whatever you had to do. You got dressed up, you put your look together, got it together, you got that lipstick on. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You look like you are blessed. That's what you look like. You're in the right house, because we ain't focusing on your mess and sin. And look at me. This is not that house. This is not that church. This is a God-conscious house. So we're looking at God in you and not your sin. Hello. First of all, I don't know what it is. And second of all, I can't even handle my own. Not less yours. Anyway, you're here. And this thing is about who God is in you and what God wants to do in you and what God has done in your life. You hear me? You've been through some things that if God didn't bring you through it, you'd be crazy right now. You'd be dead in some instances. But God has allowed you to come here today because He is growing you and wants you to realize that you're all right. You're all right. I speak to this mindset even now. And I rebuke the demonic thoughts, I rebuke those thoughts that are in your head that other people have spoken against you, spoken to you, that have damaged your spirit, that have damaged your mindset, that have damaged your heart, that has affected this body. And I pray today be the beginning of the rest of your life. I wish I had somebody here to agree with me. This thing is personal. This thing is about your person. This thing is about your mind. This thing is about your heart. This thing is about your body and what you do with it. And we have been so structured, and we are so tight and so rudimented with procedures and of places and things and folks, and we've picked up so much stuff from everybody else that we don't know who we are. And when I heard that word personal, that thing just watered what has been in my spirit, that this journey has got to be a personal journey. This relationship with God has got to be a personal relationship with God between you and Christ. The anointed one that destroys the yokes and the bondages and causes you to not just live, but to be abundant, to be thriving. I heard somebody last night at a service say, I want y'all to start praising God because I want you to change the atmosphere with your praise. And I was insulted because when I walked in the room, the atmosphere already changed.
Now.
When you walk in the room with your anointed self, when you walk into the room with your anointed self, you've been fasting and seeking God and in His Word and meditating and singing that Waymaker and Miracle Worker all week, and you've been hearing that yes praise in your spirit, and you've been walking all week in the Spirit and fulfilling not the lust of the flesh. Trust me, when you walk into a room, the atmosphere automatically shifts by you being in the room. Because of your journey, because of your walk, because of what's in your mouth, because you have been in the process of change and regeneration. I want you to know the very power and the very weight that you carry when you walk into a place. You are immediately affecting the room and the atmosphere that you walk in. The Bible reminds us, and I just have to say it again, that you are the very express image of the Father. You have been created in His image and in His likeness. And that is the deception. That is the deception. That is deception that you got to do certain things to get to God and do certain things to have. No, the Bible says it is not of works that any man should boast. It is the gift of God. Give me a gift. No, I get that. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift. It's a mother's gift. It's not really for me. That's really what but I'm just saying, it's a gift. And all I had to do was receive it. Yes. Right. All I had to do was receive it. That's right. I didn't have to fight for it. Give it to me again. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Yeah. That's it. That's all I had to do is say thank you. Yes. Thank you. Yes. That's it. I didn't have to kiss her feet. I didn't have to repent. I didn't have to go through no changes. All I had to do was receive it. No, I don't know I don't know the history of it. All I know is if you're giving it to me, I got two choices. To take it and receive it and enjoy it, or to let what's in my head and what you taught me and what somebody else taught me and what I learned at that church down the street affect me from how I receive it.
That's right.
So, Jesus is a gift. And so you can take and be blessed. Or you can go through changes. And I can talk all day long about the changes that we've gone through. I can talk all kinds about all the changes that some of y'all have been going through about God. There's some of y'all, some of us have been at times in your life, and some of us right now, have been so, are more concerned about what people have told us about getting to God than just getting to God. Some of us don't feel like we get to God if we don't get on our knees. Because the posture is on your knees. When the reality of it is everywhere you are, you can talk to God. Hello? I'm going to come back to this. So don't insult me with my praise. Lead me in praise.
Yes, hallelujah.
Be an example in praise. Come on. Because if I see you and I'm genuinely here for the right reasons, when you start leading and you start going in, I'm going to follow you. Because that's what I do every day. All right. Find for me the scripture that says, right division.
Habakkuk.
Somebody find that verse for me. Oh, I feel that's Holy Ghost. Whoever gets it, read it first. Stand up for me and read it out. Read it out loud.
It says, write the vision, make it plain on the tablet, so he may learn to read it. For still the vision awaits its appointed time.
What Habakkuk what?
Chapter 2.
Chapter 2.
1. And the Lord And the Lord answered me.
Now I want you to read it and declare it. I want you to give me a loud sound of it.
And the Lord answered me, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. For still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to end, it will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come, it will not delay.
Read it again. Who else has it open in the Bible? Whoever has it, read it together as a collective. Only one person has it? All right, read it together.
And the Lord answered me, write the vision,
make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it.
Who reads it?
for
still the vision awaits its appointed time. It hastens to the end, it will not lie. If it seems slow, wait for it. It will surely come, it will not delay.
It will not delay. All right, thank you. So the Lord has been speaking to me all week about today. And I'm thinking I'm supposed to do one thing and it changed because all my stuff is locked in the car, which means God changed it.
That's right, that's right.
Or God had another plan, and I thought it was what that was. I was going to give you a journal and give you instructions to go home and start writing your book.
Hallelujah. That's right.
Amen.
That's still the word of the Lord.
Amen.
That it's time for you all to start writing your stories. Somebody say word.
Word.
That's the word for the day. But the reason that you need to start writing, some of you are in delay. Some of you are on delay. The pause button has been written into your current because you have not written out your story so that they that read it can run with it and be blessed by it. Now let me let that just sink in because I really just said a mouthful right there. Is there confirmation for anybody in this room? Okay. I went and bought notebooks to hand out to you all today so you can start writing your stories. Because every week and every day, y'all carry around a book with somebody else's story in it, and yours is not in there. You hear me? And the word of the Lord is, Deryck times, I want you to pass out some journals so people can start writing their story so we can have a book, a book of testimonies and stories of how God delivered you, how God brought you through what God is saying to you. Put a book stand out in the hallway so folks can take your book and be inspired by your story. Be inspired by your testimony. And see that if God can do it for you in Pittsburgh in 2018, that he can also do it for me. Y'all ain't saying that. I'm going to take it that y'all are hearing what I'm saying, and your mind is thinking about what you're going to do. Chapter 1 didn't have to be long. I don't know how many chapters it's going to be. But when you realize that this book is a book of Jewish history, it's a book filled with letters and stories that somebody wrote by the same God that inspires you. And when you realize that when you read this book and you can't relate to it because you can't get to the these and the thous, because this is written in King James, written for King James in 1619. In England, who spoke a different English than we spoke. And you still can't properly say Zephaniah. And you stumbling over the words in the Bible because they ain't your words, they ain't your language, and it wasn't your culture, and it wasn't your time.
That's right.
And it's really sometimes it's not even your testimony, it's not even what God is saying to you. You get frustrated, and guess what happens to this? It sits down here. At your house, some of y'all got a Bible in every room that hasn't been touched. Got more dust on the Bible than it does on the coffee table. Because it's another man's story and not yours. Now this is a heavy message. It's a heavy message. But the thing for me, and I heard God say it, I want you to give your folks journals. And I want you all to start writing your stories. Some of y'all got some stories that if y'all had we had a real testimony service right now, it would be deliverance to the rest, not just us, but it would carry out for the rest of the week. And for some of y'all, it would run for weeks. Some of the things that you would hear come out of your mouth about what God has done in and through you in 218.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So I'm determined to have a book of Dante. I'm determined to have a book called Cardella. I want a Solomon book. Come on, I want a Nadia chapter. Come on. I want a Kim verse 2, verse 9. You hear what I'm saying? Sharon, I can see Sharon with 15 chapters, verse 15 chapter, verse 10. Tell me your name again. Will. A book of William, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Where somebody reads that book and not just get blessed, but gets delivered. Because the same God that inspired these writers, and the same God that inspired these prophets, and the same God that inspired these that were inspired by God to write, are the same God that's still moving today, that's still speaking today, that's still anointing people today, that's still bringing forth deliverance today, and the word is still alive today. And I do not want you to get stuck with this, because the letter kills. I want you to be so alive with the Spirit of Christ that you are alive and well.
Yes. Yes. Hallelujah.
So it's controversial that I'm saying that. Let it be some controversy if you want to be controversial. It's not controversial, it's real. Because in this hour, what God is doing in you is what God is doing now.
Yes. That's good.
The revival that's taking over the land is happening in you. And that is why when you walk into the room, the atmosphere automatically is charged. That's why when you walk into that hospital room and you lift your hands and you pray, sometimes you can't make it there, but you send a word and you realize in a couple hours later by that phone call you got, that person got touched and feels better because you spoke the word and God sent the healing. He told us this hour, this day is the day of us. There's a TV show called This Is Us. No, that ain't the story. This is us. This is what God is doing. I am the one that God is anointing. I am the one that God is speaking to. I am the one that God wants to anoint and to speak His word and to be the voice in the wilderness. The whole earth is moaning and groaning, waiting for a manifestation, not from up there, but from here. Waiting for a word of deliverance, not from up here, but from in here, from in here, from in here, from in here. There's something in you that God has anointed you to go through. You didn't get through that thing on your own. God anointed you to come through that situation. And thank God anointed that situation. God anointed that trouble. God anointed that dilemma for you to be pressed, for you to be cracked, for you to be broken, so that the oil of joy, so the oil of God, the anointing of God can flow out of you. I barely read this thing like I used to because I'm in the process of writing my story.
Yes.
I will always use an example of my week, of my day, because you can relate to the story. You might not understand the story of Jezebel, but you may be able to understand how God brought Kim Robinson through that situation. You may not understand what Paul had to say about women. In fact, it doesn't even matter what Paul had to say. It doesn't matter what Paul had to say about women. The fact of the matter is God will anoint a woman and will use a woman whenever he wants to. Whenever he feels like it, regardless of what you don't understand about the word. So long as you get the Spirit of God, that's all I'm concerned about. I want you to have the Spirit of God in your spirit, not just this word. And I appreciate what it has brought us to. I appreciate who it is. I appreciate the inspiration. But the thing is, greater things, God said, I will do for you as my witnesses. Not in just Judea, not just in Jerusalem, not just in Pittsburgh, but in the world. That's why some of you haven't gone nowhere yet, because you quote something that you don't really get, and not telling your testimony, which is really where your power is. Your power is in your testimony that God brought me through that situation when I did not think I was going to make it. I thought I was going to die. I was getting beaten. I was getting abused. I was getting taken advantage of. And God kept my mind